My name is Pepper Deer, and I'm a Melburnian woman. The first thing to know about me is that interests are the sustenance of my soul, and I've truly found myself through my hobbies and special interests. Things such as going to the cinema and indulging in all forms of film, creating costumes with my sewing machine, baking elaborate sweets and gifting them to my friends, and much more. Some history about myself is that Mum immigrated from the UK when she was 17. I often chat to her about this as it's something I can't really comprehend, and she always said that the change was drastic and difficult to manage, but she's happy she's here now. Dad grew up in Western Australia with his 3 siblings. His dad being someone who liked to take apart broken machines and understand them bit by bit, and his mum being someone who liked to create things from scratch, like me. They both went to uni together where they met. Mum became a successful buyer for Jeans West and many other companies, and Dad started his own graphic design business called First Edition. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be an artist and in the creative field. I would always draw birds of paradise from the garden and imagine I was an explorer roaming a magic forest, documenting my findings from the mystical new world I had discovered. I was born here in Melbourne, and I've lived here my whole life. I used to live in Hawthorne East, but now I live in Camberwell, which is basically just neighbours. And even though I don't love telling people that I went to a private school, I did. I attended Carey Baptist Grammar School from prep until year 12. It was generally an amazing experience, aside from a year or 2 of brutal bullying, but I made it. And I secured a gorgeous and loving boyfriend, and we're going on 7 years this August. Today I'm studying graphic design at RMIT, and I feel like every day I discover more parts about myself. Whether it be my recent love for riding the train and reading The Hobbit, or my deep adoration for anything remotely typographic. Every day feels like Christmas while at uni. For me, place is a multitude of things. Primarily it represents home. My parents have created a place for me at home by housing me and loving me. My boyfriend and friends have created places for me, as we have such a rich history together. And I've recognised and created places for myself by finding more opportunities to reach new places. The anniversary trail near my home, my parents, my creative studio, my friends, etc. are all places that represent home for me. I live on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung land, and I've lived on this land all my life. My high school made sure that my education about the Indigenous lands of Melbourne were thoroughly taught, so I've always really known which lands that I've lived on. Additionally, my extended family has a small holiday home in Port Fairy, which is just past Warrnambool, which is the land of the Eastern Maar people. I chose to study design because I've really just always loved it. When I was younger, my dad would show me different fonts, colour graphics, aesthetics and more. And since then, I've just loved it. For me, I'm most interested in book design, film production, physical media and more. As a designer, aesthetics is the most important thing to me, both professionally and also personally. I'm drawn to this as I believe parts of the creator's soul have been left in the aesthetic they curate and master. Aside from the visual side, I find that independence and honesty are important to me in both spheres. They allow me to have creative freedom and the ability to hone my craft as I receive feedback from my peers. My design practice itself is still being crafted and mastered, as is most things in life, I'd say. I hope to one day curate a career that is 100% creative and somewhat successful.